Hello and welcome to Just Go With It. My name is Ben. That is Jared, and we finally watched Kung Fu Panda, the third movie. Jared,
We
I've
did.
seen this movie a bunch of times. I love the Kung Fu Panda series. I want to know, what did you think?
I loved it.
Really?
Never seen
Okay.
never seen it before. I thought it was a perfect wrap up to this trilogy. I
But
loved
there's
it.
a
I had
fourth
such a
movie.
fun time. I know. I know. I know. But that's why I said wrap up to the trilogy. It did feel like it should be the last one. I will
But do
say.
you know what the fourth one's about?
Sort of kinda from the trailer. I mean, just from the trailer.
We'll get into it later. Okay, continue because I'm excited to see what you think about this one.
Well, I just had a lot of fun with it. I was a little hesitant going into it because, the first two were just so good. But this
Hmm.
one I felt like was just on par, man, with both the other two. I loved them. I had such a good time with this. I thought his father, played by Bryan Cranston, was a great addition. I thought Kai was a great villain. I loved the whole uh God, what's his dad's name? The goose dad?
Oh, the Goose Dad. I don't
Yeah.
remember.
Is it Pang? Is it
Pang.
Mr.
Yeah, yeah,
Pang?
yeah, Mr.
Yeah,
Pang.
yeah. I loved his jealousy at first, and just kind
Yeah.
of all upset about that. And I don't know. I had a really, really fun time with this movie. And I thought it was funny too, just like the other ones, the great amount of humor and stuff. And I don't know. I had a good time with this.
I feel like this movie really steps up the style. Like, there's definitely a
Yeah,
lot more pizzazz going on with this movie. First movie
yeah,
had a nice amount. The second movie was like, okay, it's getting a bit more funky. This movie is like, they're like, bam, 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 style left and right. It was cool visuals, interesting music, like the music, the theme music for Kai was like that
Oh,
like sort
yeah,
of Western slash like Asian sort of music. It was like dope. Like I don't
it
know,
was.
it's but like okay, I'm curious because I know where I rank this movie in the three. Where would you put it in the three?
That's tough.
Hmm.
Let's do that at the end. Let's do that at the end. I want to talk a little more about it
Okay,
first.
okay, okay.
Um, I'm curious what you thought of the whole father aspect and bringing the panda village and stuff into it. Did you enjoy that, or were you kind of I don't know. I'm curious.
Dude, you need to scoot over. You're like half off the screen.
My bad.
No, I enjoyed it because there's this whole question the whole time, and the second movie touches upon it, and it's like, okay, so what did happen to the pandas? There's that question, and it's like, so we got to find out. You know, like they're still
Yeah,
there, and it's nice. Whether I don't know how I feel about his dad still being alive. I mean, it's a kids movie, so sure, why not? I'm
yeah,
not too upset about that. I don't know. I felt it played pretty well, and they actually tied back into that when his dad was talking about that night that it all happened. And I even showed a flashback from the second movie. So it was
yeah,
like they really
yeah.
tied it in together real well.
Which I thought was cool too, bringing the flashback and then showing was it Chen? Uh, was he the villain in the second one?
I don't remember. I don't think it
The
was Chen.
Peacock.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
peacock.
Lord Chen. Lord Chen. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Um, but I'm ready to get into worth your time, so we can talk about spoilers if you are.
I would say yes. Right off the bat, it is worth your time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'd say
there's
this
like
whole
no question
trilogy,
about it.
this whole trilogy is worth your time. It's great. It's great from start to finish.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
is.
Even if it's just once, like you gotta watch it
Mm-hmm.
at least once because
Mm-hmm.
it's fun. It's I don't know. It's endearing, kind of,
Yeah.
and
No, for sure.
it's just silly. It's endearing, like I said before. Okay,
Yeah.
spoilers. Okay, dude, what did you think about the villain? Was it a good villain?
Oh, Kai was great.
You
Kai
like
was
Kai?
great. He is my second favorite. So Tai Lung is my least. Even though Tai Lung's
Okay,
great, I just feel like he's the,
that
the
one's pretty generic though.
yeah, yeah. And then Lord Chen is my favorite. I liked
Yes,
Chen a lot.
yes,
But Kai was great. I loved how he could take the other master's chi and just basically have them dead for the movie kind of, and just use them against Poe and the other characters. I thought that was
yeah.
great. And I really felt like it upped the stakes too at the end when it's just Poe, Tigress, and the Panda Village. Like that's it. Even like Shifu and the others are against them, you know?
Yeah. I like this movie is that I don't know, it the stakes felt weird. It's like okay, the second movie felt like more grandiose.
Hmm.
This movie was a lot smaller, more contained in like the scope of it, but at the same time, it still felt bigger in a weird way. I don't know.
Yeah.
I did like how they went into the whole like mystical, like spiritual realm, and I thought that was an interesting way to go with it. They
Yeah.
kind of breathed life into it, the sort of interesting nature of this world. It made it much more intriguing to
Hmm.
like explore.
Yeah. I really loved the ending too. Like I liked how Poe had to go into the spirit realm and become fully the dragon warrior and stuff. I thought that was awesome. And the fact too that he got to have that like moment with Oogway in the spirit realm, I
Yeah.
thought was great, you know? And that's just like so full circle. Even when it shows the scene from the first movie, whenever like Oogway picks him again, I thought that was just incredible. I
Yeah,
loved
this
it.
movie, it's weird because I feel like this movie had a bigger emotional impact in a strange way. Because
Yeah.
the second movie, the emotional impact on the second movie was sort of reminiscing about the past. Whether this movie was like, is there going to be a future? You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's like, oh, things could change from here on out.
Yeah.
Second movie had a whole different kind of sort of heart wrenching story. But this was like, I don't know, this one felt more in the moment, kind of heart wrenching versus like history that's being drug up and that you're dealing with.
Yeah.
It's just a different kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I have to ask, which one, how would you rank these movies?
Okay. So first off, you want to do ratings first? We'd rate it.
Sure, we'll get that out of the way.
Okay. So I'd give this an 8 out of 10.
Okay.
I like this one a lot.
Okay.
So,
I don't remember what I gave the last one, but I give this one 8 out of 10 as well.
okay. I'm pretty sure I gave 2 a 9. And I'm pretty sure I gave 1 an 8. So my ranking would be 2, 3, 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Well,
I I do like this one more than the first one just because it's like it's again, like it's already in the world. You're in it, and it does a good job at telling a sequel story. And sometimes the first one is always the best, but I don't think so in this case. I think the first one's a good start movie, but it just ups the scale each time.
and I do like that because a lot of times sequels have like that sort of like reputation of not being as good. But this one, I
Hmm.
feel like every movie they step their game up in some way. Like
Yeah.
like like the first movie was just kind of world building. The second movie was like, okay, we're getting actual story and emotion. And this movie was like, okay, we're style left and right.
Yeah.
And I'm right there with you. I ranked them basically the same way you did. So like two,
Yay.
3, and then 1.
Yeah.
Not that they're all bad, but the first movie definitely felt more smaller.
Hmm.
The second movie felt much more bigger, I think, because it was like a whole different setting. Like it was like a whole city. This was
Hmm.
like, if you think about the events of the second movie, this is eventually the invention of guns, which is like that's like a world changing thing.
Yeah.
Um, and then like this third movie is definitely kind of back down to being smaller again in scale because it's more of a personal vendetta. He's going after Uguay's legacy.
Yeah.
I don't know. I the second one still my favorite. I think I don't know. It touches upon a bunch of things, but I still enjoy this one quite a bit.
Yeah, it's really good, and I can't believe it took me this long to watch it. Like, but I'm
Yeah,
happy I did. I'm happy I got to watch it for the first time with you. Like, I really enjoyed this.
I have a question. In this sort
Okay.
of DreamWorks world, have you seen all the How to Train Your Dragon movies?
Yes, I have seen all the How to Train Your Dragon
Okay,
movies.
okay, because that's another. I love those movies too.
Yeah,
Um, which I mean, it's DreamWorks. I mean, come on, like
yeah.
so.
Now, have you seen all the Shrek movies?
Maybe? I don't know. Honestly,
We'll get there.
Shrek was
We'll
beating
get
on
there.
so hard.
Shrek 5, I think, comes out next year, so
God
so
dang, I can't believe
we'll
that
get
even
there.
exists at this point.
Yeah.
Shrek 1 came
And
out
dude,
how long ago?
came out on the day I was born, May 18th, 2001.
God
Day I was born.
dang!
I know.
Frick
Me and
me!
Shrek, man. We're right there together,
That
boy.
man is 25, 24 years old.
22. I'm
20,
22.
22 years old. Hey, shut up.
And
I'm
dude, the
tired.
the new Puss in Boots movie, Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, was actually really good.
I haven't seen that.
I know we'll have to get to that eventually. That was
Yes,
really
yes.
good.
I know people talking about it left and right. All right.
Yeah.
So
So, you know what we're watching next?
we are watching the next Ghostbusters movie, the first of the new ones.
Well, the only of the
Okay,
new
yeah,
ones.
okay,
Yeah.
yeah. Frozen King
So
is
so we're all
Frozen Kingdom's
we're
still in
caught up with Kung Fu
theaters.
Panda. We're done with Kung Fu Panda for now.
Frozen
We'll
Kingdom's
get to
still
the
in
fourth one
theaters.
whenever. Yeah, yeah. We'll get to the fourth one whenever we get to it. But
I'm
now we
hyped.
get to finish the Ghostbusters series with Ghostbusters Afterlife, and I'm so excited to show you this one.
I'm hyped because it's like
I'm.
it's past the sort of 80s cheese and
Mm-hmm.
like the kind of like I don't know filmmaking of the 80s, which wasn't exactly top tier, like no offense, but like
Yeah.
I'm excited. I'm excited.
Well, just like you were talking about in our Ghostbusters little gameplay thing we did, like I'm kind of getting more into this series, and you're kind of getting more into the series. It's like I understand the hype around it, you know? It's fun.
Yes.
And I hope you like this next one because this is the last one we have to watch. And if you don't, I'm sorry, you're just going to have to go with it.